very dear friend, Mr. Jim Traynor.
Insurrectionary, a love poem. I remember moving, hot, under the eye, pressure just behind, but with a gravity to us. Each word, its root, its sound, uncloaked, unlocked from the church of your mouth. Fields of your freckled skin, I remember falling in. I remember moving through you, a summer you. My silent worship beat through to capitals, split and sank the whole length till I was slaked, till the air and the ground were slaked, till the sun and the moon, the clock and the sea and round cup of the earth filled, till every stroke and pace of and every motion of every moment was their blood.
Talk to him, Jim. Yeah.
Steve INSKEEP, care of NPR, Middle East Crisis Explained, 635 Massachusetts Ave, Washington, D.C. Dear Steve, how dare you? If you're reading this, I know you're making it as the game is stacked and information isn't free. Everything is suspect in the final century, and this letter should prove no exception. Every car manufactured after 1952 has come stocked with an FM radio receiver, but every generation born after the end of the American century has suffered a lower standard of living than the one before. It's bad and getting worse, and no one should have to suffer anything other than a ceasefire on the airwaves, or at least a recalibration as we consider who the real aggressors are for working people. I wouldn't draw battle lines with you at this dumb hour and in an even dumber letter, but then again, I'm not a journalist. 10 a.m. rings differently for a poet. In the thrall of the slithering strokes of capitalism, sure, I don't have to be anywhere today, except the Esperanza community, an unhoused encampment tucked into the horrible corridor of 183 and all points west of Tesla Town. I don't like your interview with Hossein Amir Abdullahian, but I don't have to. I could cue up the Joe Rogan Experience, but if that's my media of choice, then the biggest problem I got is not knowing how dumb I am, which is a problem, Steve. Ask you, though, if these were your options, what would you do? When the Dalai Lama is accused of pedophilia and Taylor Swift's new boyfriend is anyone but a climate scientist, all anyone can do is hold on to their withering day rate and read Yeats. I'm not on a diet of NPR and haven't watched the Joe Rogan Experience in years. Rather than forge another useless blow across the firewire for the cause of independent media, I'll just fire off a missive to you. Tell you to look alive. It's capitalism, baby. And high time you think about making a greater change than soothing the conscience of the middle class. I've no complaint or issue with you, but a great one. And other than this letter, my work is not with you. I'm going to work to effect change, maybe teach you if I can, and otherwise continue resenting you and the NPR staff in my Black Irish way. Rather than ponder what paltry choice we have, wonder instead what the difference is between the reality of what Henry Rollins called the America and the diminishing alternatives Palestinians have in the final century. Maybe you and the editors of Middle East Crisis Explained can fill the roster with something other than a platform. But don't get me started on your editors. They should be ashamed of themselves, but what the hell? The blood-dimmed tide of hegemony has soaked us all in blood and shame. They are not forgiven. Enclosed, 7 dead calla lilies from Unwound's last show at Levitation Fest last month as a symbol of the discontent with your program from anyone left of liberal in the Anthropocene, Abarato, Gym Trainer, Austin, Texas. The dead are often more a part of our lives now than they ever were when living. It's the living who are touch and go in this hard, fast life. And so, it is this moment that is a portal when we can sit and breathe and be together. It is this moment that is a portal when we can sit and breathe and be together and listen as the living. As the living. And the dead will whisper to us that this is love. And the dead will whisper to us that this is love. And the dead will whisper to us that this is love.